This is a couple who truly love each other, where there are truly high feelings that really inspire and uplift. Yes, it's a completely different level, more creative, higher, as described in art, poetry, songs and music. As for the man, he has a history of closing himself off. He is afraid, again, of this pain and feeling, that is, of his true self, so he closes himself off from his true self. But see how interestingly it is portrayed that he cannot hide from his true self, that is, it will not work. Because, look, no matter how much he hides, he still sees himself. And no matter how much he runs away from these feelings and hides, thinking that they are strange, that they scare him, that they have some kind of power over him, and so on. In reality, it is not power, but rather a gift, an invitation from God, from the higher powers, for the man to finally see them and perhaps become a believer. That there is a power greater than himself that has rewarded him with such a resource, such a gift of love, from which he hides and is unable to accept. Because he has his loving part, his connection with it is broken. That is, when a man heals this within himself, when he finally looks inside himself, removes these fears, that is, actually grows up, that is, matures to these feelings. Right now, he is like a small child who is afraid, but in reality, he will grow up and come to this divine part of himself, his divine nature, which is capable of loving and thereby knowing God, who gave him the most beautiful thing he could possibly give. What will help him in this? This is a resource map, meaning that we need to get rid of these frameworks, because these frameworks of the mind try too hard to understand things with logic, which in reality cannot be understood with logic. That is, remove these frameworks of the mind and remove these frameworks of logic and go beyond them, that is, allow yourself to go where there is a rationality, that is, where there is soul, there is feeling, there is love, and then everything will be fine.